Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Shows Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course, and as you can see from the title of this video, I wanted to give my commentary on the leaked audio that came out this weekend of Reynolds from Fox Soul's TGIF going off on one of its producers by the name of Joyce. And also, I wanted to give my opinion, my commentary on a meeting that Armand and Claudia had with that same producer, Joyce. Joyce seems to be caught up in a lot of mess, honey, and we have to talk about the lack of professionalism within this TGIF show, not just amongst the on-air talent, but involving her as well, in my opinion. Now, before we get into it all, I want to first acknowledge the two wonderful YouTubers whom I am subscribed to. I urge you all to subscribe as well. You will enjoy their content, Consciouz TV and Haus of Aaron. They both received this exclusive leaked audio. Consciouz TV, his channel is so cool. He is such an intelligent and articulate man. He is an empath. He definitely shows compassion towards women, and he is very analytical. His content is very varied. It is, he talks politics, he talks spirituality, he talks celebrity gossip, and he also gives commentary, on the YouTube space. He has a lot of commentary on stories surrounding Tasha K and Larry Reed, just so much content. He is so, it's just a variety with him. And I really, really enjoy his channel. And Haus of Aaron, I enjoy his channel too. I feel like both men are handsome. Haus of Aaron is a cutie. I've been subscribed to him for quite a few years now. He does a lot of celebrity gossip and celebrity news. He's interviewed some housewives, including Candy from Escape and the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her dear friend, Monyetta Shaw, he interviewed her. And that went viral. And of course, Haus of Aaron interviewed Candy, and he just said, what's up with you and Carlos King? And that's when Candy said, I really don't F with him because he bought the rights to the Escape story and he did it under the radar. And he tried to trick my mom into doing confessional type interviews because Miss Joyce was almost thinking that it was for Roa, not knowing that it was for this documentary or life story that he was trying to tell of Escape. So that was huge. And that was Haus of Aaron. So definitely check out their channels, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and great job, gentlemen, on getting and releasing this leaked audio. So now let's get into the madness, y'all. I want to play the leaked audio in the order in which I believe that they occurred. This is just my guess. This is Ebony's guess according to how the producer Joyce is moving. So in my opinion, I think that Reynolds going off on the producer Joyce took place first before the leaked audio of the meeting, because Joyce was caping for Al in the meeting with Claudia and Armand. So the only thing that I could think that would make her act so cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs is after Reynolds went off on her. Now you may be wondering why he's going to be going off. It is because Joyce was watching the show one day and she was taking notes. She was taking producer notes. One of her notes was that Reynolds was doing too much. Do you all know that Joyce mistakenly sent the producer notes to Reynolds, y'all? And he totally lost his shit, okay? So now we're going to hear it. I've got it in two parts, so I'm going to be giving my commentary on it in a couple of waves. Okay, and here we go.
There's a disconnect. There's a disconnect, Joyce, and you refuse to recognize it, and it's not fair. You say to us certain things, but then you backslide on it. You say certain things to me, and you say certain things to other people. It's quite clear you've got. Hey guys, twice talking about me. You got caught. I won't even tell on this show while I'm on this Zoom what you said to me offline. Okay, so we won't even talk about this. I just really quick, I want to jump in because, guys, we're on Zoom and it's still people on here and this conversation is recorded. The thing is, I just want us, we're definitely, this is, we have to resolve this, but I just kind of want this to keep this in-house because these type of things. Let's talk about being very unprofessional. Okay. Why would you send me that? Why would you say, look, I apologize. I messed up. You're going to send me, let's talk about being very unprofessional. Telling me I'm being unprofessional because I missed something. You missed it first. You missed it first. And then you're going to call me unprofessional? Cut it out. And then say to me, please pay attention to the show. I'm not paying attention to the show? Did I miss something? When somebody called on me? I'm not raising my voice at you. Well, I am because I'm upset. I'm tired of my EP not respecting how I feel. I'm tired of my EP talking shit about me. I'm tired of my EP acting like one thing in front of one group and one thing in front of another. Okay, I have a right to be upset. I asked you to please let me go. You will not let me go. Wow.
Okay, so you all heard that there. I want to point out something in him going off on the producer Joyce. There's a lot of, you're not respecting how I feel. You are, always criticizing me. If you see a glow on the top of my head, you're calling me and telling me what, I'm doing wrong. So Al Reynolds, in my opinion, he seems to take everything to heart. He internalizes people's negative opinions of him. And you have to get to a point where you have to say, fuck how people think about you and what they say about you. They cannot judge you. They're no better than you. You cannot make everyone happy. All you can do is try your best and literally treat others how you want to be treated in return. If they still are a jerk to you, then you move on from them. And that is literally their loss. But he seems to really internalize everything that she is saying. Also, in my opinion, I'm pretty sure that Al Reynolds is aware that not all of the viewers of TGIF effed with him. I feel like Funky Dineva did bring a lot of his following to the show. Same thing with Armand Wiggins. He brought a younger fan base, a fan base that really loves hip hop music. He brought that fan base to the show. And then Claudia Jordan, she would have bonded with women, Gen X women, millennial women even. And, she spoke up for women, definitely. Al Reynolds, he wasn't my favorite. I kind of felt like he just wanted to say something that he thought perhaps could go viral. He kind of gave me manosphere vibes, the red pill sector on YouTube where, women can never be anything positive. So I really just did not connect with Al at all. And I think that he was aware of that sentiment being amongst, quite a few of the viewers of TGIF. And I think instead of him just saying, forget how Ebony feels, I'm not going to worry about those who don't like me, I think that he internalized a lot of it. And then this lady, Joyce, according to Al Reynolds, allegedly, she would call him and criticize him about every little thing. And so now when she mistakenly sent the email to him saying that he's doing too much, he just went off the rails. So there is a little bit more that I want to share of him going off on Joyce. And of course, the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on these sound bites are allowed for criticism. And everything that I'm saying is alleged in my opinion. And here we go.
Absolutely right. That was the rule, is that Claudia is not to come back. Why are you jumping down my throat for following your rule that you put in? And then why are you going to call me in front of my colleagues that I do too much as usual? Those were your words. You want me to scroll down and read them? You want me to scroll down and read them? I do too much on this show? I do too much Joyce on this show on a regular? Okay, then why would you say it? Why would you say it?
Because this is what happened. Last week you cut Claudia off when she was trying to end the show to give a shout out. You've done it at the top of the show.
I'm not the only one that cuts people off to say stuff at the end of the show, Joyce. Get out of here. Get out. I'm Joyce. I'm the only one that cuts anybody off of this show. I'm the only one that doesn't follow the script. I'm the only one that does impromptu stuff. Get out of here, Joyce.
Doing that. That's the thing.
Okay. I'm
Joyce, hey guys, I think we got to table this conversation.
I'm the one that's always the problem on the show, right, Joyce?
No, I'm not saying that you're always the problem on the show, but whenever I try to talk to you about the issues that we have, each of us, all of them, I speak to each of us.
We have so many issues on this show, sweetheart. For you to constantly nitpick me every day and call me every day telling me something that I need to work on is exhausting. And I've told you that. I said, Joyce, we have people falling off the damn internet, and you're calling me about a glow I have at the top of my freaking head. I have said that to you. But you don't understand what that means when you constantly have to criticize a talent all the time. It doesn't feel good. And it doesn't feel good when I am trying my freaking best every freaking day. And you don't acknowledge it. I'm sick of it. And put some shit like in that chat. You better be glad it came to me. And I'm glad it came. It came to me for a reason. And the reason is for me to talk to you like this right now. You have no right to call me unprofessional because you have been on a live show talking with your friends and cackling and kickling with your friends on a live YouTube show. You have never seen that come out of my camp over here. You have some nerve to tell me I'm unprofessional. I'm done.
Okay, so he was totally extremely upset over mistakenly getting that email with the comment that he was doing too much. And again, I feel like he is internalizing everything. Now, the voice that you do not recognize, so there's Al Reynolds, the producer Joyce, and then there was a third voice, which was Justin. Justin is another producer of TGIF. So we're going to learn more about him in this next soundbite. So I just want to say to Al, I don't know, but I believe, isn't he an attorney? Like, I believe he's educated and has worked in the private sector in corporate America. So he has to know that there's always people in management who try to mind fuck you and try to nitpick, like he said, on every little thing. That's typically when you are a high performer and you are professional, you are articulate, you have great attendance, you're not bothering anyone, you're not harassing anyone, and then they're trying to find things to nitpick. And so I'm just amazed at how brand new Al is acting. I think that it's really due to his own internal insecurities, because it seems like at this point in his life, he should be used to people being ridiculously judgmental and just trying to be a negative Nancy just to nitpick. But he's acting brand new and really internalizing it. So I feel like out of his anger between production criticizing him, some of the viewers not liking him, that he also decided to do like evil puppeteering to destroy the show. I think that that was his ultimate goal, in my opinion. And so he made sure that there was dissension amongst the on-air talent and production. And he definitely, met his goal, in my opinion. So now in this next soundbite is a meeting that Claudia Jordan and Armand Wiggins had with Joyce and Justin. So I'm going to go ahead and play the clip and then come back with my commentary.
But I cannot get into the back and forth, this one line on this one and that one line on that one, and this one said this one. I can't even tell you the things that I know.
I would have never brought this to your attention had there not been a three-way meeting about me and Justin's relationship, and me and Justin were completely isolated.
So out of context. And that is what is frustrating me, Armand, is that you are taking what that meeting was about out of context, because what you are alluding to It said, Claudia and Al asked to meet with me to talk about you and your relationship and why you got this job and you're having an affair with Justin. What does that sound like to you? That is just absolutely insane to me. Okay. And that did not go down like that. And so
yes, it did. It did. And I will put my hand, I will swear on a stack of Bibles. So let me just, you know what, all this lying, I can't take it anymore. I cannot take this. Al called me the day after the Image Awards and said, we need to have a meeting with Joyce. And I found it weird because we don't really talk anymore. He wanted to have a meeting since I'm tired of the lies. And it has to all be on the table. And I wish Al was here. And I said, what? He calls me up and says he doesn't like the direction of the show. And at the time, I wasn't feeling it either, in full disclosure. And Armand, I told you this.
You already know this.
I told you I wasn't feeling it either. I felt like it was all this contention. It was this negative. And I felt the same way. So he's like, I want to have a meeting with Joyce, which I thought was weird that he wanted to include me because I know they have their relationship and they talk a lot. And then they're close. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'll be on the meeting. In the meeting, he said he felt a few things. He felt like Justin is making the show too gay, and he wanted Destiny to have a more of a bigger role in the show and take over the topics. He did say that. Okay, so you agree with that. Then he also said, and Armand, I don't like the tone of the show, and I'm just not happy, and I don't think I can do this much longer if he's here. And I was like, wow, okay, he said that. He also said, I went out with Armand, and Armand said that him and Justin went on a date, and that he's been very heavily coached for this job, including being told to join after. That is what's being said. I'm sorry, Joyce. I'm a very honest person. I'm not good at lying, and I will tell the truth. That's what was said in the meeting. We had this meeting. We did have a meeting. He did say that. I'm not even putting that on you. That's why I find it very odd that you're rushing to his defense and saying, no, shutting it down. He said it, Joyce. I'm a very credible person, and I'm not a liar. I'm not.
I agree with every single thing.
Okay, so, but he did tell you that, Joyce, and I don't know why you're denying it.
That's a problem. Not a problem.
So, Joyce, you can tell me that he said that I am making the show heavily gay.
Yes, he
as
did.
a manager. That is
he did say that. He said he wanted Destiny to take over your role and to put her more in a position.
You didn't tell me this, Joyce.
Swear to God.
He didn't say that Justin was making it heavily gay.
Oh my God! Joyce.
That's what he said.
Let me walk it off.
He felt that the show was turning heavily gay. He didn't say that Justin is making the show heavily gay.
Then why would he suggest Destiny to take over?
No, he didn't say for Destiny to take over. He said maybe what Destiny can do is Destiny. Hold on 1 second.
Basically, we're saying the same thing, but you're making it more palatable. We're saying the same thing. You guys, I'm not a liar. I've never lied. I can't lie about this.
Destiny can take over doing more of the topics that as it relates to women, as it relates to relationships. That's what he said. And I said, oh, okay. Well, that's a good idea. You know.
Have you ever told Justin this?
We'll see. Yeah, I told Justin the overall theme of what our conversation was. That's
so you can tell me that Al said the show was becoming heavily gay. This is new to me, Joyce. That's why I'm just really shocked. This was not told to me from my manager.
I just feel like, why were we not on this meeting if it was wanted for that much depth? I'm not going to sit here and continue to go around.
Because they didn't think I'd ever tell you guys because we were all kept at odds for a reason. Al has been puppeteering, keeping us all fighting against each other and not getting along, having sidebar conversations, trying to get me fired to Joyce, and then having conversations with me, Armand, to try to get you fired to Joyce and to me, and that is a fact. And as long as you and I were speaking, and then Justin and I were in a weird place ever since I was on Consciouz, so we weren't speaking. So all of us aren't speaking like we're supposed to. But Joyce and Al are still speaking very much. And Al has been very much been creating them, been puppeteering all of us to be at odds. And then all it took was me finally have a conversation with Armand because I did not like the feeling. I was like, you know what? I love doing this show, and I wanted to get along. I want to extend an olive branch to him, and I'm glad he was open to it. We spoke, and now we're good, Joyce. And that's why the show has been really good the last few days, because we're not being kept at odds. Fun fact for you, Joyce. Do you know whenever me and Armand get into it on the show, and he comes for me, Al rushes and calls Armand to tell him how much he loves the discourse on the show when he comes for me? What kind of show
Okay. So this is why, I think that the producer Joyce started defending Al Reynolds after his breakdown with her about her criticizing him. Now, also, there is something to note. Allegedly, Al is friends with the producer Joyce's boss as well. So I'm sure him being friendly with her um, immediate manager definitely gave her pause to criticize him and to totally cape for him in that meeting that you just heard with her, Claudia Jordan, and Armand Wiggins. Also, there was a rumor allegedly started by Al that Armand and the producer Justin were dating. So, in my opinion, there was definitely too much gossiping, and there was just too much dissension and going back to this on air talent saying that what this on air talent said about them, oh, and you should not take Claudia's calls, don't respond to her texts, totally creating division. And I think that it's just highly unprofessional and extremely immature. But again, if he was feeling criticized by the producer Joyce, allegedly, and the viewers' opinions of him, and he's internalizing it all, he may have become angry and said, you know what, I'm going to destroy this show from the bottom up. And so I'm going to create dissension. That's just my theory. Now, as far as Claudia saying that he felt like the producer Justin was making the show quote unquote too gay. I'm not sure what constitutes a quote unquote gay show. They talked about celebrity news and celebrity gossip and things that were happening in the news, and they gave their opinions on them. I'm not sure what made it gay, but in my opinion, it sounds like Al may be uncomfortable in his own skin and again internalized everyone's opinions about him. Now, I hear Claudia on her saying, Al kept the on-air talent at odds. And I feel like, in my opinion, Al felt the least popular amongst the viewers, so he was taking that out on the on-air talent. This is just a severe case of insecurity wreaking havoc and spreading out, spread his insecurities, spread out and impacted others and ultimately impacted the show. So now what do you all think about this leaked audio? It is just another, more steps added to that stairway to mess that is TGIF. I feel like at this point, it probably is best that the show did go away because it's rooted in so much messiness and negativity. They would have to literally, if they would have to rebuild it, I would say give it a new name, and it would have to replace everyone, including the producers. There would have to be strict guidelines. Somebody would have to micromanage it, which would suck. So maybe there's just no turning back. So, which is too bad. But definitely, express yourself in the comments about what you think about this leaked audio. What do you think about production and Joyce, how she decided to totally ignore the alleged puppeteering? Do you think that that meeting with her, Claudia, and Armand took place after Al went off on her? And Al was saying to her, I was meant to get that email. I was meant to get it, and I have to admit, it sounds like it was kind of symbolic of there just being way too much messiness. But it is Sunday. I feel good because I walked at the park for an hour today. Then I went to the gym. I got on the elliptical. And then, in terms of like the body sculpting, I did the lower, I did like squats and I did some machines, like the almost like a bench press, but for, but for your thighs and legs. So I feel really good. And I went grocery shopping, got that done. So whatever you have to do for the new work week, whether it's lay your clothes out or pack your lunch tonight or make your overnight oats for breakfast in the morning, just go ahead and do it. You'll feel relieved once it's done. While it's still daylight, maybe go for a walk. You'll feel good, and then come back in and enjoy the rest of your favorite YouTubers and drink your water while you do it. Eat your fruit while you watch your favorite YouTubers. And don't forget to subscribe to Consciouz TV and House of Aaron. We will not have a manic Monday tomorrow. It's going to be a magnificent Monday. Be sure to journal your thoughts, get them out of your head and onto onto paper, or if praying is your thing, say that. Stand in the mirror and say your affirmations, and I will talk with you all very soon. Bye.